Hello and welcome to yet another exciting episode of What We Say right here on Advocacy for Child Justice Children's Corner. Now, research tells us that the context or the kind of environment that a child grows up in plays an important role in shaping their decision making. This is why on this episode, we take a look at one of the most crucial and important components of child development. That is peer pressure. Now, on this episode, we talk about the most important and crucial component of child development, which is peer pressure, both direct and indirect, internal and external kind of peer pressure. My name is Kamut Sitali, and this is What We Say. Peer pressure is the kind of pressure or influence gotten from friends and peers to portray certain attitudes or values and beliefs in order to conform with or be accepted by peer influences. Despite the pressure being both positive and negative, the term peer pressure is mainly associated with the influence to do negative things. Children and young people are more vulnerable to peer pressure as they are at the stage of their life where they're discovering new things about themselves and others. The following are some of the reasons why children are vulnerable to peer pressure. Low self-esteem, weak personality. Children that have a low self-esteem or a weak personality are more vulnerable to peer pressure as they have an unstable foundation on which to build strong decisions. Acceptance. Children feel obliged to do things that their peers are doing in order to be accepted or fit into a certain social group. Self-discovery. Children try out new things as they grow up. It is at this stage of their life that they get pressured into doing things that might endanger their lives or prove to be disastrous to their development. Avoidance of bullying. Children who are bullied tend to do things that their peers do in order to avoid being targets of bullying. Hormonal reasons. Teenagers have a complex hormonal system which is highly unpredictable. This can make them poor or weak in judgment, thereby making them susceptible to bad decisions influenced by their peers. Bad parenting. Considering the important role that parents play in the development of children, if they fail to help their children develop a high and strong self-esteem, if they belittle or demean their children, they risk increasing the chances of their child being influenced into doing bad things by their peers. Mental health issues. Children that have mental issues may easily be influenced to commit actions or crimes that they otherwise would not have committed. Remember, peer pressure is detrimental to children as it can rob them of timeless opportunities and the prospects of a good future. Therefore, it is important that children build a strong and high self-esteem in order to repel negative peer pressure. This is What We Say.
Hello everyone, my name is Josephine, an advocate at SEJ. So peer pressure is in two ways. It influences children as children or most children in two ways. It can be positive or negative influence, but then mostly children are affected by the negative influences that peer pressure has. And how you can avoid or overcome peer pressure is firstly, if you talk to the person who you feel is pressuring you to do something that you don't want to do, tell them to stop. Tell them to stop as though you mean it. That can really help you as well. And then another thing that you can do is you can give an excuse. You can tell that person who's pressuring you to do something to say, you just give them an excuse. You might say, I need to go home, maybe do homework, or maybe help my parents do some house chores, or even help my siblings.
Hello everyone, my name is Stanley. You can overcome them by having friends that you can share the same personality as you, a person that can show you the right path when you're under pressure. And the other one is learn to say no. Like when your friend is doing something bad and that person is telling you to do the same thing he or she is doing, so just learn to say no. A simple no can help you.
It is important for children to develop a high self-esteem if they are to conquer the negative kind of peer pressure. Thank you very much for being a part of this episode. Until next time, it's bye-bye.